a couple of years, all about waxing and threading. It's in Stockbridge, but it takes time to grow a business.
Yes.
So there are times when I'm just like, dang, I could use some extra money. And then, but God is faithful, because when I feel like I need something extra, it always
Something
happens. So even with reality TV, first and second, girl, listen, that's a whole nother conversation.
It ain't nothing.
Unless you're Housewives of Atlanta or some big franchise that, Basketball Wives. I'm sitting up with a show on Century TV. Come on now, come on. 8 episodes. First season we only had 6 episodes, and half of the people I know don't even have Centric on their TV.
Well, the thing about it is, I'm big onto that, because like Dish and Direct, they don't get Centric and they don't get TV One. So therefore, that affects a lot of people's ratings, and a lot of people don't understand that.
Yes.
So therefore, unless you be VH1, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Bravo, but then with Bravo, there's certain packages that you have to upgrade to your Bravo. So, and that me looking at a producer standpoint, because I like to be in front of the camera and behind the camera and understand the business, I kind of look at things like that, because it's just like you're putting something out there, but it's not reachable to all people.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing. But our show, we've been very blessed that it's the #1 show on Century.
And that's congratulations on third season.
Thank you
and
so
then sometimes
much.
you want to be the big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
But before you guys, Century wasn't.
No, they weren't doing too
So
much.
I think Queen Latifah and is it Nikki?
Nikki Gilbert.
Hey Nikki. I think that was probably their perspective, because it's hard to come out with a show for the first season and you in a big pond.
That's so true.
Because it's easier for you to get overlooked or either not looked at all. So going to a network that doesn't have that big fish, and then you coming in and you're making your state and you becoming that person, that's going to put you in a position to be a leader and at the top of that.
Absolutely. And one thing I can say about Nikki is when she started producing the show, when I came on board, I shot the sizzle for the show. Her vision was just, it was great. It was to take women that had gone through something and lost everything, and she wanted to be able to follow women getting their lives back on track. And I think that the vision that she has for the show is powerful, and it can do a lot, So I thank Nikki for the opportunity, because it gave me an opportunity. It increased my platform, and another thing it did for me was it gave me a sense of accountability.
Right.
So I know if I'm on TV, then I can't be around here playing, trying to do it. That's to all you haters. I'm still doing the right thing. Yeah. So you can't do that. So it's
and a lot of people don't understand that, because I don't still get why some things happen when they do happen, but that's no situation. But Nikki is a very talented. Her vision is amazing, and she has a story. Yeah. And her journey has not been easy.
No.
Yes, and she's an amazing. She's super talented.
She is, and she's a sweet person. And one thing I can say is that she wants to see not just her show be successful, but she really does want to see the women, on the show make it.
And so I want to see that too, because I've been keeping up with it. And, and at some point, I don't want you to remain at the bottom. I need you to rise. It's from the bottom up. So at some point, I want the women on there to rise from the bottom. And, I follow Sarah. Like, her transition from season 1 up until now that shows that example of what Nikki is trying to portray.
Yes.
From the bottom up. You coming in and being at this point, but you're doing things to say, okay, I'm getting my life back together. I did this and I opened this, and that is what it is. And Crystal,
that's my girl.
That's my sister.
Yes,
my sister.
Don't you love her?
I love her.
Today is her birthday. Happy birthday,
yes,
Crystal.
I'm going to be calling you later. She gave me my first break years ago.
Did she?
And that's been my rider.
She's a sweetheart.
About 15 years.
She's a sweetheart. What you see with Crystal is what you get.
And I love
so
it.
Real.
And when I tell you I love it, and she keeps me in check. If she's watching, I'm acknowledging that you do keep me in check, okay? What Keon saying? 3-dish affinity and direct. Oh, you know he know. Well, it ain't all of them. I know he laughing. It's selling it. Who is this talking? I cannot read it. It's something. But what I do want to ask, what else do you have going on besides you open up your new business in Stockbridge?
Yes, I have a spa. All about waxing and threading, like I said, in Stockbridge, and we specialize in hair removal. Eyebrow threading. We do full body waxes, Brazilians, underarms, girl legs, the whole 9 yards, facials and makeup and eyelash extensions. And I am starting a vlog series, Behind the Butt. It's called Behind the Butt series. It's going to be housed on YouTube. And what it's going to do is it's going to educate women. Mm-hmm. I get so many women that hit me up on IG or on my website asking questions about the silicone injections. I mean, oh, well, should I get them? Or, I have them and I'm not pleased with them. What can I do to have them removed? I mean, just all kind of questions to, I need to talk to you because can you help me?
Remove?
You cannot have it removed. The only way you can have it removed, it has to be surgically removed, which means it has to be cut out, and it's very invasive. And that's something I want women to know, because I'm going to tell you the truth. When I was doing the injections, I did not know how difficult it was to have them removed until I started playing around with wanting to have mine removed, not because of issues, but because I'm like, shit, my butt is too big now. I don't like it this big anymore. And so it's like one of those things, if it's not bothering you, then you don't bother it. You know what I mean?
But implants you can.
Yes,
that's
you
what
can
K.
take
Michelle, right? She had her implants removed? Or did she not?
No, she did not. That's silicone. It's not going anywhere. Have you seen K. Michelle?
Yeah, but maybe it was just me thinking it was smaller. Ooh.
Well, she's lost a lot of weight.
Okay, then
she's lost a lot of weight, so that's what makes it a little smaller. But the butt is still there. It's gonna be there. It's not going anywhere. Unfortunately,
that's a big butt.
It's a big butt.
Now, do you have when you was doing this on these ladies? Did you at some point say, "Hey, this is getting out of control. This is getting too big"?
Did I too many times? And for me, it was definitely about the money. But there were so many times that I turned money away. I mean, I have strippers that I can call them right now, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was one of the ones she told I didn't need anymore." Then there were those women I turned away that would go to somebody else and get messed up and then come back to me and say, "Miss Kim, what can I do?" So then I have to end up referring them to someone that specializes in silicone removal. But yeah, I turned away a lot of clients for that particular reason, because the goal for me was to help them to look better, and if you look better, then you feel better. Well, that's how I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm such a victim of that. So I get what you're saying. So when you was doing the silicone butt injection, was there ever a given point where you thought about maybe doing the breast injection?
I will tell you this. When I first started doing the injections, the transgender community was my biggest clientele, because it was the guy who taught me. That was his biggest clientele. And that's exactly what they would do. They would have their breasts done. They would have face. They would have hips and butt. Now, I've never done anything to anybody's face, because I was just always too afraid of that. But there were some transgenders that
wanted the cheeks.
Yeah, I wouldn't do cheeks, but they would have their breasts done. They would start taking their hormones, and they were going through the transition. So the first part of the transition is to soften them up, and that's with the breast. And
because I know they take these pills and it softens up the muscles or something.
Does.
And then that's when they want to proceed and they get the injections and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so true.
Wow,
it's deep.
It's I'm deep. Like, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you something. People are still out here getting them, and just
get implants, breast implants, lift. It seems like that's the most
because
easy,
now it's
simple,
easier.
Safest thing
it's the safest thing to do, because back when I first started, it was pretty much unheard of with a plastic surgeon. But now it's doable.
And that's in the States, because
That's in
people
the States,
in
yeah.
other countries was doing this way before
That is so
we
true.
even got a hold of it. And just me researching, you know, it was nothing for this to be done in Paris, in Brazil, in these other countries. They was doing it, you know, way back, and you know, here we are getting a hold of it. The prices skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Now the prices are coming down because there's so many doctors out here that doing it. Doesn't mean that there are doctors that supposed to be doing it,
Right.
but there's so much competition of doctors doing it till it's just like, you know, breast implants was 6,000-7,000. You can go to some of the top doctors here and get them for 4,000 or 5,000.
That's true.
Don't have
That's
no care
true.
credit.
No.
Come on, let me know who got the
Who
hook
for
on
the
that.
care credit? You got that right.
Yo, guess what? Call me.
Don't call.
Call me. I need about 5.
You are hilarious. For what?
Talk about it. Look, I got a friend that needs some care credit.
Yeah.
John needs some care credit. He trying to get his boobs lipo.
You silly.
I need a CBN.
You need to see.
Hey, not on him.
Y'all are too funny.
Not here.
Too funny.
No. He needs an attorney. Yeah, that's what he needs.
Okay.
'Cause he is retarded. Not on him, because I'd be in the news tomorrow.
Y'all are
Anyway,
funny.
so what made you pick Stockbridge? Do you live in Stockbridge?
I do not. Okay, so how?
Honey,
I live in Dunwoody. Isn't that something?
you must got a.
I'll tell you how Stockbridge became the place. So my business partner / god sister lives in Stockbridge, and she just came to me and was like, "Sister, oh my God, they have a need for a waxing place here in Stockbridge because I'm always driving to Buckhead to get waxed." And I'm like, "Okay." So I went and looked at the place, and it was like, do it. And what's so funny is I met this guy when I first came home from prison, because I'm gonna tell you the between the IRS and the feds, they pretty much took everything that they didn't take. Shit, I was like hiding it, little pieces of jewelry, handbags, stuff like handbags, things like that.
Right.
The material stuff, I was able to hold on to most of that, but the money, you know, they got. If they didn't get it, I spent it in attorney fees. Okay, let's just be clear about that. So I met this guy, and he was a very nice guy, very nice to me. And if he's watching right now, which he's probably not, I owe him so much. I will tell you this, like, we didn't really even have an intimate relationship, but I feel like God sent him to me, because when I met him, he was like, "What are you going to do now?" I was like, "I don't know. I have a book," you know, and I'll tell you this, I did spend some of the money that I had put up, I spent it on getting the book done, promotion.
But that's investing in yourself.
I invested in myself, absolutely. But anyway, he was like, "What are you going to do now?" And I'm like, "I don't know." He was like, "Well, you need to find something to do." And so when my god sister came to me with the idea of opening the spa, I went to him. I was like, "Well, you know, I have something that I can do, but I don't have the money to do it." Do you know this man just gave me the money to open up my part of the money to open the spa?
Wow.
And he and I, we don't even really communicate now. But I will tell you this, I often say that when I get my life on track, he'll be one of the first people that I go and pay a visit to, because that man, he owed me absolutely nothing. So, you know, I'm a firm believer that when you put good out, good comes back.
Yeah.
And I feel like someone sold into my life, because there were so many times that I sold into other people's lives.
It comes back.
I'm not even talking about helping family, but just, you know, people that you don't know and friends. Just, you know, so it definitely does come back.
All right, we good. We sorry, huh?
It's okay.
Oh, no. We gonna resume. There we go. I won't make them people mad. That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So tell us where it's located. Tell us the hours. We need social media because I need everybody that's in the Stockbridge area to make sure you go and support this.
Yeah, and they do. They come out. So, and thank you for those of you all that have come out. It's all about waxing and threading. It's in Stockbridge, Georgia. You can find us on IG, All About Waxing and Threading, Facebook, All About Waxing and Threading. We're open Tuesday through Fridays, 10 until 7, on Saturdays from 9 to 5. We're closed Sundays and Mondays.
Okay, that's good.
And also follow me on IG, Kimberly Smedley, Facebook, Kimberly Smedley. Twitter is Behind the Butt. Stay tuned for the vlog series, Behind the Butt. I will definitely be giving tons of information and having fun with Behind the Butt, you know, because it's a lot to talk about when it comes to
It is.
these
I've been
butts.
overwhelmed. I can't wait to read this book.
Oh, you gotta read it. And please leave me a review.
Oh, I will. So tell everybody where they can get this book.
Oh, you can get the backside of the story on Amazon.com, and you can also get it on BarnesandNoble.com. And it's a great read. If you don't believe me, go and read the reviews. I was amazed because I don't normally go and check the reviews, but I did an interview yesterday, and they were telling me, oh, the reviews are so good on the book. And I was like, okay. So I was pleased about that.
I see I got a hater that just left a comment. Elena, have you had work done on you? No, not yet. And I am the producer of this show, and I will wrap it up when I get ready, Mr. Kenyon.
But listen, there's nothing wrong with having a little something done.
I
If
want
you're
to do.
doing it for the right reasons.
I want to do something. I don't
Yeah.
know what. Everybody
Yeah,
say,
keep it
"Oh
cute."
no, you don't need to do
But-
nothing," and you know, I ain't gonna mess with my face.
And
Definitely
here's
not
the
doing
thing: if when you do it, it should be because that's what you wanted to do.
Oh, I
And I know you will. But you know, there's some women out there because those are some of my best clients coming in the door because my boyfriend, you know, we went to the strip club and he saw the girl with the big old butt. And I want my butt bigger than next time. You said, well, girl, where's the man? We ain't together no more. Oh, girl. So, you know, so just make sure that whatever you do, you're doing it for the right reasons. And it should not be so noticeable that people are looking upside your head like, what the hell did she just do? You know, you got to keep it cute, honey.
He need a brain transplant. That's what he need. He don't need.
What he say?
Sound like he about to have some work done. Now let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
What was the average between females and males? Did you do more women or do more men?
Definitely more women.
Okay, but you know this is Atlanta.
But you know what?
Let's just
I would
be
say
clear.
I had very few clients here in Atlanta.
That's probably if you
I
was doing
traveled
it
out of
now,
town.
you would not be able to sleep. You would be working round the
It's
clock.
so sad.
But I think in the time when you were doing it, this phase that Atlanta's going through right now was not like this.
You're probably right.
Honey, it wasn't.
I mean,
In the past 5 years, it has been a tremendous change.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I see it all the time. I'm looking, and you know what?
And it's becoming more common for men to get work done. Like I know
Yes,
a lot of my
it
friends
is.
that has had liposuction done to their body. Men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, it's crazy. But, you know, once again, but those are they're not doing it because they're trying to impress other people. They're doing it because they want to impress themselves. You know, some men don't want to have man boobs. Or, you know, they may have love handles that just ain't seen to, you know, to get off. They trying to get them 6-packs. Like someone in the studio and just can't seem to get it because they still eating pork.
Oh, we need to see you show this.
I wish I could show
you
that.
could flip this camera around right now. Look at this.
Look at my curve.
A cold nut. Look
Holla
at
at your
that.
boy.
You see this? I love it here.
All natural.
A natural food.
A natural food. Yes, he is.
I'm sorry that y'all couldn't see that on mine. I had to show that on Kim because I could get to her phone the fastest. But baby, it's something wrong with him.
But you know what's so funny though? Men have more insecurity issues than women do.
Ooh, girl.
I've started to learn that now that I'm back out here. I'm like, what the
But
hell?
it's Atlanta will give anybody insecurity issues.
You
And
think
let me
so?
just tell you why. It's so much foolery and fraud. And I ain't talking about fraud.
Perpetrating the fraud.
Not paper,
Yes.
not fraud, but personal fraud.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I had a conversation with a girl in LA this weekend, and she was like, I hate coming to Atlanta. You know, like, the men there are just whack. And I was like, first of all, it's 17 to 1 in Atlanta. All the men here are basically go out of their way to impress other men. And they're not, you know, gay or anything. They just, that's the end thing to do. When we go out, you know, we used to men coming to us, talking
Girl,
to us.
yes.
We're used to men dressing up, getting fly for women. That's not happening. These niggas is dressing up, getting flowers to go compete in the club with other niggas to see who doing the most, who got the most jewelry on,
so true.
who got the most hoes, who popping the most bottles.
It's sad.
And then the women is just sitting there looking like they only gonna want to talk to us till 10 minutes before the lights come on.
You saw.
Basically.
That's true.
Like, you coming with us and how many friends you got, boo,
Uh-huh.
and then you turn around and talk to us when it's almost time to go. Nigga, fuck you.
What you just said,
Like, for
fuck
real.
you. That's so true. That's why I don't even be going out no more. First of all, I'm past that stage in my life, but I'm gonna tell you what's even worse than that. Meeting the ones that that should be settled. I'm talking about 40 and above.
Yeah.
What the hell? Now you going through a whole midlife crisis?
Because the thing about it is, they haven't met somebody that has challenged them enough to be that man that they supposed to be. That's why I'm gonna have a show next week, and we're gonna talk about, y'all know how I love to do love and relationship every now and then.
Oh, do
because
you?
my Instagram and Facebook are crazy. My question that I want to address next week is, women need to understand the difference between uplifting a man to a king and holding a nigga down.
That is so true. I saw that on
Women,
IG. I think
women
that's the
get
perfect
confused of the definition of uplifting a man with holding a man down. And it's so easy to do it, but then it's so easy to correct it. Because men don't do what you allow them to do. We know
That's
that.
so true.
Men need us. They can't function, can't operate.
Because they're not.
You let a
they're
man
as
not
smart as
have
we are.
anything to do with a woman for so long, they just start doing ignorant and dumb shit, asking dumb questions. Insecurities just start coming out the fucking air, like just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how they fight it, they need that, and they need us. You know what I'm saying? So here it's like, you know, you gotta compete, and you gonna meet not no man that ain't got nobody. Every man got somebody.
They do.
You gonna have options. Women here got options as well. Then you don't only have to worry about the women after your man. You got to worry about the men after your man.
Say that again.
And men, I'm on your side too. It's not other men trying to get at your girl. You got girls trying to get at your girls.
Oh my God.
So it's like
that's true.
you're in here. You getting stuff from both ways, basically. So it just takes the whole content and then you don't know who's real and who's fake. You don't know, is this really his shit or it's not? Is this really her shit? So you just get caught up in insecurity for building. If you just an honest, hardworking man with a 9